So creating exceptional real estate experiences for our agents, our customers, and our communities through the passionate delivery of truly remarkable service is our mission. But changing lives is what we do.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 14 of the Distinctive Property Show, coming to you live from Sun Valley, Idaho. This week we're going to talk about the mid-year review because we're really a week away, or a couple of days really away from the 6-month part. And it's this time of year when the saying that there are some people that make things happen, there's some people who watch things happen, and then there's some people who wonder what happened. I'm reminded with that saying about this time because really there are about 3 different ways you're probably feeling as we go through the mid-year review. One is, yes, I rocked it. I made it happen. I'm exceeding my goals. Everything's coming together. Your plan, your process, all of the stuff, and you got the math to prove it. The second one is probably, I'm maybe not quite there, but just a couple little fine tuning. Like we're there, but we've got to get it over the finish line, if you will. And then there's that third group that's going, oh my gosh, what happened? I'm way behind my goals. And those are the ones that really have to dig deep at this point. So the mid-year review, it's the Tom Ferry one, is on your closed group wants and needs page. And so here's a little contest for you, okay? The first person that sends to me the mid-year review filled out gets $50 of Blue Bucks that can be used for the Fearless Summit and for Gen Blue. And let's make sure that everybody has it on their calendar, right? We've got 2 really important things this year. Number one is the Fearless Summit. As you all know, we're knee-deep with Tom Ferry and all that they're doing, and this is part of it, okay? $147 is the discounted rate that I was able to get you, okay? And then, of course, the second one is Gen Blue, being held in Miami. I think it's the 16th, 17th, 18th of October. Another very important thing to make sure that you have on your schedule. So let's start talking about the assessment, shall we? The reality is this. If you're one of the first people going, yes, I made it, then right now you're kind of assessing the lead generation systems that you've deployed. You're checking on, making sure that each of those lead systems is within your return on investment parameters. Maybe it's 6x, maybe it's 12x, whatever it is for you, and fitting within your plan, right? You're assessing the written processes that you have for each of those lead systems. Again, we talk a lot about making sure that your business is run like a business, not just one agent sort of willy-nilly getting after it, okay? So these are written processes. Are they working? Is the conversion there? And you're probably thinking about maybe growing your business. I mean, you could be talking about whether or not you want to add somebody to your team. You could be talking about maybe you want to add an assistant, or maybe you want to change the responsibilities of somebody that's already on your team, right? Or maybe you want to add resources, preferred lenders, or whatever, right? But in the end, you should be really smiling and celebrating inside that you made this happen, okay? The only question that you might want to ask yourself is, did you aim too low? And maybe you should be adjusting for a higher goal now that you are meeting and exceeding your others. So let's talk about those people that didn't quite hit their goals. But you're looking at it and you're going, hey, listen, I did a lot of really heavy lifting the first 6 months of the year, and I put a lot of new systems in place, and things take a little while to take root, right? And so here's the thing I would tell you. If you feel that way, make sure that you're clear and you're not beating yourself up too much, and make sure that you continue to water what you planted, right? That's a big deal. So minor fine-tuning, that kind of deal, right? But we certainly need to make sure that we're continuing to be time blocked. One of the things that we're seeing a lot of is that time blocking. Gosh, you know what? I feel like I'm overwhelmed. I mean, I have all these systems in place and it's taken so long and it's a lot of work. And remember, Overwhelmed is underplanned. It's really that simple. I know somebody wants to punch me right now for saying that. But time management is the number one thing for you. If you're in this group of, gosh, I'm not quite there, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, right? So I can tell you one thing for sure, right? You cannot handle the activity levels that you absolutely have to execute on if you're flying by the seat of your pants. This is an opportunity for you to actually act like a business, schedule your world, make sure that you're getting the activity levels done, the calls done, the appointments done, the listings taken, etc. All right. So time management is a big one. Now let's get to the last group, right? These are the folks that we need a major overhaul. So let's be honest, right? There's really only two reasons that people miss their goals by a long shot for this group, right? And I love you all. So this is no, I'm not picking on anybody here, but either A, your goals are way out of reason, and well, or you're just not doing the work, right? I'm just going to say it. Here's the difference. One of those reasons is still putting some food on your family's table. Well, the other one, it's putting you in the poorhouse. So here's the hard reality of it, right? For the person with unreasonable goals, don't let me tell you what your goals should be. Like, who am I to tell you what you can achieve? But you do need to do the work, right? You have to be the ones to say, hey, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to change my behavior to match the goals that I've set. The heck with Todd, the heck with anybody else that have these limiting beliefs. I'm going to kick some butt. The others, it's time to get real. I mean, really, there's really only two directions that you can go, right? You can change that behavior to match your goals and make it happen, or you can change your goals to match your behavior, right? Whichever you choose, you're going to make it. That's exactly where you're going to succeed, right? So I got to ask you some questions. Are you making your calls? Do you do an hour of power every day? Are you doing 5 open houses, mega open houses every single month? Are you making your 5-5-4? Are you going to use the technology to connect with your sphere of influence 30 or more times? Are you going to use Facebook or your website to drive traffic online? Are you going to do all these things, quote unquote, the right way? Are you farming? How about Tom's Core 4? I know everybody goes, oh, wait. I can't afford all this stuff. This is so expensive. Time out. You can either pay for it with a check or you can pay for it with sweat. And sweat is probably more impactful, really, because you're knocking on doors and you're going to events and you're dropping off flyers and you're doing things where you're engaging with people, right? But we all talked about it before. You can't do it once a quarter. It doesn't work. Twice a month is what's working right now. And I'm telling you right now, some of the most successful people in your marketplace right now are crushing it with farming. Are you going to leverage the distinctive property or distinctive client programs? How about the sales incentive? I mean, these are all things where you can connect with your sphere of influence. You can connect with your past clients in a way where you're giving and not just taking, right? And heck, you can leverage the SIP to connect with sellers and get listings. Use it as a closing tool. I'm just saying. So we can go on and on and on, right? We've got the marketing packages and the listing presentations and the mobile apps and the on and on and on. Breakthrough by design, coaching now. In the end, though, you have to decide that you are a doer. You're going to do breakthrough by design. You're going to do the work. You're going to hold yourself accountable or have someone else help you. So which is it, right? That's the question. And I have to be honest with you, this is one of those moments when you look at it, you're 6 months into this whole thing and you got to ask yourself a question. Is this the right business for you? Ouch, did that sting? If it stung, you got to be honest with yourself, because here's the reality. Each of us have obligations and we have families to feed, and nobody in our company wants anything but the absolute best for you and your family. So, are you going to be one of the 13% or are you going to be one of the 87%? Remember, only 13% of the people make it in this business through 5 years. That's amazing, right? So let me ask you, which are you? If you don't know for sure, Folks, go find a job, a career that makes you happy, that fills you up. I mean, we want to change lives. It doesn't have to be in real estate. Like, if it's not ready for you, then go find another place to plant yourself and provide for your family. But if it is, if you're one of the 13%, let's make it happen now. Let's use everything that's available to you right now, one bite at a time. Let's make this happen. Get into coaching, get into Breakthrough by Design. If you are not into Breakthrough by Design or coaching within our company, then go hire a coach. Coaching is working. I'm telling you right now, the people that are crushing it in this industry are being coached. They're either being coached by someone in their company, or they're hiring somebody, right? You heard this from me last week, right? When I talked about the value of a business, right? And I listed all of the things that you needed to have in place in order to have a business of value. This is the opportunity you have. If you follow that and you do the things that we talked about last week, you are a 13%er. Right now, 13%. Do you understand? So, let me close this up. I want you to feel this, right? This episode is very important to me, but I want you to feel it. And what I mean by that is if you're doing well, or if you're right there at that fine tuning and you're going, gosh, you know what? I'm getting momentum, like this is killer. I want you to feel that. I want you to feel how good that feels, because I want it to continue to motivate you to do the work that you know that you have to do. It's not easy. However, if you're the other side and it stings, I want you to feel that too. Because the reality is that you have to make a decision. This is not rocket science in this business. It's sales. And Tom talked about the fact that 85% of the people that enter this business come in with zero sales experience. So it's understandable that you might struggle in this business. But if you're a 13%er, then you're going to embrace sales. You're going to embrace the training and the coaching, and you're going to change your behavior to match your goals. Hey, as always, I'm here for you.